This is going to be a little circular. The first 18 years of any person's life, if you think about it, is a mad dash to catch up on culture. One of my biggest problems with contemporary music schooling is that the music theory that they use is based largely on European composers from like the 19th, 18th century, which nobody writes music like that anymore. Not even Hans Zimmer writes music the way that they did. There's been so much progression in music. And music theory is just the analysis of music. Music theory does not define how you write music. If you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. Music theory is just the analysis. And that has grown because you can analyze songs in so many different ways. While you're trying to catch up as a child or young adult, if you are of an age where you were not alive in the 1990s, you will have to ask your parents for help with this project. If you were alive during the 90s, then I'm sure you will be very familiar with the material, the fundamental understandings of what I'm about to say. Here's my final point. If you want to have one of the most succinct, thorough crash courses on music theory for popular music between about 1985 and 2015, focusing on the 2000s, the artist Neil Cicierega has a series of 4 mashup albums. Do you remember like 10, 15 years ago when the big trend was making funny haha Shrek memes? Smash Mouth remixes? This man, Neil Cicierega, who, by the way, invented Harry Potter Puppet Pals, if you're not familiar, made 4 mashup albums. The first mashup album was nothing but Smash Mouth remixes. It's brutal, but it's the first one. It defines the rest of the 3. He made a remix album of absolutely no Smash Mouth songs, and then he made a threequel and a fourquel. It truly doesn't matter if you understand all of the references and songs that he is mashing up, but what he's essentially doing, he is absolutely dissolving every popular rock song, every pop song from the 2000s, and he is taking out the bones and he's arranging them and showing the similarities and the patterns. Have you ever looked at those images of like a camel skeleton compared to a human skeleton, and they're like, these are where our finger bones are on the camel? It's that, but it takes all of the songs from potentially your parents' childhood, and it just ransacks them. These are songs that are templates. Listen to the songs, listen to the way that things grow, listen to the way that things happen, listen to the kinds of melodies, the kinds of chord progressions, listen to the kinds of beats. Listen to the moments of expectation. How do they make an intro? How do they have a bridge section? These songs are a crash course. You will not learn this in any school. Listen to these 4 albums. It's like 4 hours of music. The first hour is pretty brutal, but it's learning. It's not supposed to be easy. I cannot recommend this enough for everyone. Listen to these albums, understand the music that has come before you, and take that information and run with it.